Hey everyone, it's Miss Maples. I just wanted to make you a short video to go over the concept of writing an objective summary of a piece of literature. So this is what you do. These are the steps. First, you need to read or watch the story, the poem, the play, the movie, etc. Okay, whatever that piece of literature is or story is, even if it's one you watch, right? You have to know the story or the poem before you can summarize it. So read it or watch it. Then make a list, like take notes. What are the important parts of what you read? Not just what you liked, but what is most essential to the story that keeps the plot going, or most essential to the poem, right? Or most essential to the movie. Then you want to pare it down. You want to make it as short as you can while still keeping all of the main pieces that you need. So make sure your summary is short and to the point. Take out the parts that aren't super important to the story or are opinion. Objective summaries, objective means facts, not opinions. So if you wrote anything in your notes that is opinion, you're going to want to take that out. Make sure it's in order and make sure that it's all paraphrased, that you don't take anything word for word from the story. It should be in your own words. And then make sure that if the title, author, and genre are included, if you have that information, you need to put that in your objective summary. So I am going to use an incredibly short story to illustrate this point. So you might have heard this before because it's a famous fable, which is a short story that teaches a lesson. It's called The Boy Who Cried Wolf. I remember hearing this story as a child because my parents were trying to teach me a lesson. So Aesop is the person that came up with this story, and he was a slave and a storyteller in ancient Greece. Okay, let me read you this little story. The Boy Who Cried Wolf, an Aesop fable. There once was a boy who kept watch over the village sheep. He would often become bored, and to amuse himself, he would call out, "Wolf, wolf," although there was no wolf about. The villagers would stop what they were doing and run to save the sheep from the wolf's jaw. Once they arrived at the pasture, the boy just laughed. The naughty boy played this joke over and over until the villagers grew tired of him. One day, while the boy was watching the sheep, an actual wolf did come into the field. The boy cried and cried, "Wolf, wolf!" No one came. The wolf had a feast of sheep that day. So you guys are probably already getting the moral of this story, but we're just trying to get a summary. What is this story? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and write down the main parts. So the main character is a boy. He watches the sheep. Sheep, not sheep. He yells, "Wolf," when there is no wolf, to get the villagers to run and check. He laughs at them, thinks it's funny. One day, a real wolf does come to the field. He yells, "Wolf," but no one comes. Okay, so that was me putting in chronological order the main parts. This teaches that if you create a reputation of being untrustworthy, no one will believe you when it's important. Okay, so let's look over this. Is there anything in here that I don't need? It's a short story, so I feel like everything I put is important to it. I didn't really put extra information, but the last thing I wrote is interpretation and more opinion based, like how I take the story. So I am not going to include that information in my objective summary. So I'm going to leave that out. Maybe make it a darker color so you can actually see that I highlighted it. Okay. So now I'm ready to take my notes and actually write an objective summary in complete sentences, a short to the point summary. Okay. And I need to include title, author, and genre. In Aesop's fable, fable's the genre, the type of story, the boy who cried wolf, a young boy who is in charge of watching over the sheep likes to yell wolf and get villagers to run to him. However, there is no wolf, and the boy is just doing this to laugh and be amused. One day, there is an actual wolf that comes to the field. The boy screams, "Wolf!" but no one comes to his aid. The wolf eats sheep with no one to stop it. Okay. So as you can see, this is an objective summary. I include title, author, and genre. I included the main points of the story after having written my notes. I tried to get to the point, stay focused, keep it in chronological order, and I did not include any opinion. So that is what you do when you write an objective summary. Hopefully this was somewhat helpful for you.